making my personal opinion on the matter. Okay. Yeah. We know that The Last Jedi sucked. For the most part, The Rise of Skywalker sucked. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of problems. I mean, yeah, The Last Jedi fucked shit up for The Rise of Skywalker, but also Kathleen Kennedy's a deranged moron that doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Bob Iger's too much of a bitch to fire her ass. You know, what are you gonna do, right? But, as bad as those two movies are, and the problems that they do have, there's one thing that really gets under my skin that's just not true. So, you know, spoilers if you haven't seen the Rise of Skywalker yet, okay? At the end, in the final confrontation with Palpatine, you have Anakin's voice come over to Rey, and he's like, Rey, bring the balance to the Force as I once did. And some people are all... I mean, I understand why people are mad about it, okay? Especially since we didn't get the Hayden Christensen Force Ghost, which is an injustice in its own self. But, number of things. And you'll know the people I'm talking about. Mostly, anyways. Some people make the argument that, oh, well, bringing Palpatine back completely annulled Vader's sacrifice and made it irrelevant, and that is complete and total bullshit. Okay? Now, will I agree and make an argument with you that it does lessen the significance of Vader's sacrifice? Absolutely. I will agree with that. Especially since they were very vague about how it came back and all that, you know. But the reason I say that it is bullshit is because Vader still killed Palpatine. Palpatine still says in the movie that he died once, and that it's pretty much leaves it up to be interpreted that he used essence transfer that Plagueis was looking into and trying to perfect. I mean, they haven't confirmed it, but that's pretty much... I mean, I don't want to say it has to be that because Disney is ran by a bunch of morons, especially Lucasfilm. They're stupid as hell. They don't know anything about Star Wars, apparently. But, you know, that's the theory that majority of the fandom is leaning towards, is that he has indeed learned essence transfer and probably had a clone of himself backed up like he did in the old EU. So we're under the assumption that he did die and that he got himself into a new body. And there's a lot to be asked, a lot of questions to be answered there, but that's video for another time. But what we do know is that Palpatine's back. And like I said, I'll agree that lessens the significance of Vader's sacrifice, but it by no means ruins it, because he still did kill Palpatine. I mean, if you want to make an argument for anything, shitting on Vader's sacrifice, how about Luke Skywalker, you know, being written to be a pussy-ass little bitch and hide off an island because, Ben Solo, he done went and messed up my academy. I don't want to teach the Jedi anymore. You know, it's like, oh, so your father sacrificed himself to save you, and you turn into a little bitch. And we all know that's not the real Luke Skywalker, okay? But I mean, in the concept of what we've been given, that's what we got. But I would say that is more of a detriment to Vader's sacrifice than Palpatine returning. Yeah, I mean, you know, only because we've seen Palpatine return in other media in the old EU. So that's point number one. Next thing I want to hit on is some people complain about the lightsabers being buried together. And I mean, I can understand why you might kind of have a problem with that, but I think it's a really nice scene. You know, it started on Tatooine. You know, gave Luke Skywalker his lightsaber. You know, Qui-Gon picked up Anakin at Tatooine. Leia never got to go to Tatooine. Her home was destroyed. So it's just nice to bring the two together and to bury them. And some people are complaining, it's like, oh, wanted Rey buried, the lightsabers there. Okay, well, like I said, first of all, it's kind of symbolic that, hey, Leia and Luke are laid to rest together at their real home. Not Alderaan. Alderaan. But, you know, laid to rest together at their real home. And think about it. To me, I think it would be more of a disgrace to have Rey Mary Sue, all-powerful Whammon Skywalker, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, Palpatine, to be walking around with Luke and Leia / Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. That would be horrible. I mean, at least now she's got her own lightsaber, and some people complain because it's yellow, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I think it's cool. At least she's got her own lightsaber, so she's at least somewhat taking steps in the direction to become her own Jedi. You know, instead of relying on Luke and Leia and all of them. So, yeah, I mean, think about it. Would you really want to see Rey with the Luke and Leia Skywalker lightsaber? I know I wouldn't. I think it'd be a terrible idea. But, you know, that's all I got for you. Now, on to the really big thing that pisses me off that other people are saying. And this is just ignorance, alright? Oh, Anakin didn't bring balance to the Force. You know, since Palpatine's back, that totally nulls the prophecy and disregards Vader's sacrifice. Again, as I said, you can say it lessens the significance of that sacrifice, but it does not make the sacrifice irrelevant. And to say that Anakin did not bring balance to the Force shows two things. Either you're not really versed in Star Wars lore, or you're just a fucking dumbass, okay? The prophecy reads that the Chosen One will bring balance to the Force for a breath, okay? For a breath. And in more recent Star Wars material, Master and Apprentice, a chosen one shall come born of no father, and through him ultimate balance in the Force be restored. So here it says him. So you can go ahead and get rid of the Rey is the chosen one bullshit. At least initially, you could make the argument, oh, well, she's a chosen one now. No one gives a fuck about Rey, okay? Get out of here with that weak shit. But, you know, nobody really thinks Luke is the chosen one. I mean, he was born of a father. That just leaves Anakin. And it has been confirmed that Palpatine did not father and create Anakin in that comic, that it was just Anakin or Vader's interpretation of how he viewed Palpatine. But, you know, where at in any interpretations of the prophecy is it said that the chosen one will bring balance to the Force forever. It never does. Ever. Never once does it say that balance will be achieved forever. It's just for a time. And while, yes, it was only 20 or 30 years, and that was really lame, you know, it still brought balance to the Force until Palpatine pushed the balance back out of order. You know, I mean, did Disney kind of screw shit up? Yeah. But to say that Anakin did not bring balance to the Force is a load of horse shit. Just plain and simply, don't know what you're talking about. He did. You can be dissatisfied with how long the balance was brought, and you can be dissatisfied with the fact that they used Palpatine as the way to bring balance back out of the Force. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to be, you know, equal side light, equal side dark. I mean, there's a theory out there about pure light being, you know, the embodiment of balance in the Force. But I mean, the Force is largely based on the whole Taoist ideology, anyways, of good and evil. And there has to be equal to balance each other out, you know? That's really bad. But, yeah, you know. I don't trust them to really explore that enough to maintain true balance to the Force. I mean, probably the only thing you could do is killing off the son and the daughter, who are the embodiments of the light and the dark, you know, and then get into the Abeloth and Mortis and all that stuff. But I mean, hell, it's Disney. They probably like, who's Abeloth? You know. But no, Anakin did bring balance to the Force. It just wasn't for a very long time, and Disney didn't really pay much respect to it. That's all I got on this one. Next time Disney fucks some shit up or somebody says something stupid, we'll talk about it. We'll bitch. Until then, I will see you later.